Hello. So, welcome to my classroom. This is a virtual idea of what my classroom would look like. I don't have a classroom just yet, so this is what my ideal dream classroom would look like without any real experience of setting my own classroom up. So, right now, I'm going to be talking about the physical layout of my classroom. So, as you can see in this picture, this is kind of a layout that I've created. I believe that collaboration and communication is one of the key things to success within a classroom. Um, these little brown boxes are the desks, and I have them grouped in fours. I think four is a good number because if you want kids to work in smaller groups, you can always pair up in two. But then if you want to work all together, group of four is perfect. This really encourages student-led learning and you know kids explaining topics and encourages really communication within the classroom. As you see, there's a little yellow box in between for materials. In science especially, we do a lot of experiments and hands-on stuff, so having that mini desk in between allows for students to share items, materials, resources, and really encourages that collaboration. If you see in the back corner, there is the teacher's desk. This is at the back, so a teacher can really, well, me as a teacher can kind of allow the students to have their own. No, I don't want to say have their own learning, but kind of allow them to have these communications without always having to be involved within it. Allow them to be independent, and if they need help, to come to the teacher and ask if they need it. There's also a teacher desk at the front. So if I am doing a teacher led lesson, I'm allowed to have my resources or any props, manipulatives for that lesson right there. If you look at the green little half circle, that is a desk that can allow me to sit in the middle and help students along the way if there are a group of students that need help within the lesson and just don't understand. This is also great for more individual work too. So as a teacher, I can help multiple students at once without having to get them waiting in line at my desk. Lastly, there is a reading mat. Within science, I feel you could have times where you're just reading articles or reading terms, and having an area where you can just sit back, excuse yourself from the chaos sometimes of the classroom, and just take time to read and set yourself apart. I think that's a very important thing, not only for science, but having an area where it's more calm and focused to do reading. And then lastly, I guess there's a sink. In science, you are doing a lot of experiments and hands-on stuff, so being able to wash your hands, clean up is always a necessity. And of course, there's a whiteboard and different chalkboards or actual whiteboards, not like the technology. So yeah, that's my physical layout of the classroom. Here are some pictures of examples. I think having a classroom that is bright and energetic allows students to be engaged, feel energized, feel involved. You can see that it's organized. There's posters on the wall. I think posters on the wall are really helpful because sometimes students just get stuck and need to look at something to just clear their mind. And lastly, in your own words, these are, I don't want to say class rules, but how a classroom should flow. Having established rules encourages safety, because in science, you need to have these established rules to make sure all the students are safe, but as well as to respect one another, and just make your overall classroom a welcoming and fun place.